Hello guys, and welcome to episode 4 of my Endless Legend playthrough playing as the Forgotten. And today it looks like we might finally move on with our main quest. We also have this secondary quest to get a peace treaty with another empire, so I might head towards that in order to get a Sisters of Mercy army. That would come in handy. So first thing we need to do today is split off the assassin and send him towards Am so that we can infiltrate there. Unless we can do so already, I don't think we can, because we need to be able to see the city in order to click on it. But we're going to move on to the next turn so that I can split off my assassin. And Dust Dredger was complete in Galarath, so that's going to give us some extra dust from that. Let's split off this assassin. Make sure that happens. There we go. And that way the assassin can continue to move with its fast movement towards the necrophages. Meanwhile, this predator can join up with my hero. And what we're going to do is take out these Jota settlements in order to increase the population of Vakal. We're going to have access to glass steel soon, which is good. And then what I'm going to want to do is get access to advanced alloys and advanced armor, or maybe just go for the second tier alchemical alloys and alchemical armor in order to get upgraded units, because I'm definitely going to need them against the necrophages if we go to war. But in the meantime, let's just continue on to the next turn. Let those buildings build. I think also when you build an extractor on a tile, you get the benefits from that tile in your main settlement as well. So a predator now being built in Orm, that's fine. And I actually need to choose where I want to build this canal system, because this canal system's really good, and I think I already chose to build it in Vakal, didn't I? Okay, so never mind. That's fine. In Ursay, we've nearly finished the mill foundry. And Galarath, I might add like a predator to the queue for once all this other stuff is finished there. So the canal locks there, going to be built at our capital. Let's move on to the next turn. And well, we can move our units first, so let's do that. I need to make sure that my assassin never ends on a tile next to an enemy army or village, so it doesn't get targeted by enemy units. Now this could be awkward. There's a roaming army right next to this settlement, which will mean we have to deal with 5 units from the Jotas. Let's see what we can do about upgrading the predator. Actually, that's a point. The predator gets flying slayer from the bow, and I think the necrophages have a flying unit, so that could come in handy. Also, it will give us more damage overall if we use a 2-hand bow, as opposed to the 6 damage we get from using 2 crossbows, because we've got to remember that the second 1-hand item that we get only has 50% of its stats enabled on the actual unit. So let's instead get the bow, because this flying slayer plus 40% damage dealt to flying units will be very useful. So if we apply that, hopefully we can retrofit this army for no cost. Yep, indeed. And we can use that extra damage also on the Jotas here. And I think if we attack the settlement, we get access to the militia, so we'll use those to sponge the damage. Oh wow, even more. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to use these militia to sponge. So let's go ready to fight. They will keep their range because they are ranged units. I will use my hero because my hero has the last stand perk, so if she dies it doesn't really matter. so she can probably take damage for a turn, but I'm going to keep her here to begin with. She will be the last one to attack, so that's fine. Going to get all my predators in range for the first turn. Okay, let's ready up. And we're going to target that one unit just there with all we got. And I might tell my hero to stand ground. Maybe move back a tile. I'm not too sure what to do here. If we move forwards towards this Tetik, then we will definitely take damage on our hero. Let's move this militia around the left side there. Or the right side, sorry. And this militia to the left. My hero. She needs to move down this pass here in order to attack. So I might just tell her to move back a turn for now. And we'll move on to the next phase. So 34 damage isn't bad. Did I only upgrade one unit? I think I did. That's not quite what I had planned. But it should be okay. With the Predator's marks, we will be killing units pretty quickly. And if only one unit's going to attack us a turn, then that's absolutely fine. So we should have 2 more militia units. Oh, only 1. Okay. So I might move this unit back and then attack that unit. And we will all attack that unit with the Predators. And what am I going to do with my hero? Probably best just to keep her back for now. And we'll put her on defensive. 51 damage, that's very nice. And it seems they are swapping target, not entirely sure why. Maybe they moved just so that this one could attack. But that Predator getting pretty low. Fortunately going to be able to move back this turn. And deliver a fatal blow. That's pretty awesome. No idea where this Predator's going, because now he's dead. Quite annoying how you can't necessarily select a secondary target, because this guy literally put himself in such a bad spot. Oh well. And nothing we can do about that now. So, if we can, we want to retreat this Predator. So I'm going to try and do that. This Predator here. Let's just attack this Tetik down there. And the last thing we want to happen really is to be stuck up here with all these ranged units attacking us. So I want to get these militia down and surrounding them as quickly as possible. Let's tell my hero to get involved now. And that should be it. If we move to that tile and then attack, that should work. Okay, let's launch. Nice amount of damage done there. Looks like my unit is dead. Not quite what I had planned again, but We can rebuild that Predator in our capital, I think. We should be able to get away with that. Oh, there is actually steps here, I just noticed. I thought that was a cliff edge, but it looks like the hero can go round. So we want my first Predator to finish off that unit, then this Predator to attack that weakened unit, and the rest of them seem okay. So let's just let that happen. And these guys are definitely doing more damage with the bow. Oh, I might lose this Predator. 1 health left. Please don't get hit by another unit. Oh, Andy's moved forwards, hasn't he? That's not good at all. Because that is a second Predator unit lost. Unless by some miracle they don't decide to attack my Predator, that unit's definitely dead. It's really quite frustrating. So what we want to do is try and kill this unit. I think that's the only way that we can not let our unit be killed. Please hope they miss their damage onto our Predator. Oh, they're going for the militia. That's good. This unit, however, is going to go for my Predator and will not miss, so that's going to be a kill. Looks like they didn't want to hit my militia though. The militia dealing a fatal blow. Hopefully another one will die this turn. 2 health left. Okay, so I think all of the targets are fine. Kind of want to attack the one behind if we can. Okay, let's launch. And that was beautiful. They are moving out of range, which is good. Otherwise they would have attacked my Predator. And there goes another unit. And surely we're going to get quite a lot of experience from this. That's actually the end of the battle. 23.6 experience. Not too shabby. Let's just attack again next turn and probably auto-resolve. So what I'm definitely going to have to do is build another Predator or two. This time with the bows. And that is everything, other than moving this assassin, which I already did, so let's move on to the next turn. So the mill foundry finished in Ursay, which is going to allow the sewer system to take no time at all to build. And the dust filtration completed in Galarath, which gives us even more dust. So that's all very well. Another roaming army has appeared. We don't necessarily have the resources to deal with that. So I might have to wait. Unless I just allow my militia to do all the work for me, we still have a massive chance of winning this battle. Let's just auto-resolve it. Ah, damn. That's not good. We lost our hero and the first army. So that puts my hero out of action for a few turns. And I say a few turns, I mean, what, 20 turns? Oh, that's not good. Okay, probably shouldn't have done that. 260 it takes to restore her. And I'm also going to need another Predator. So let's add another one to the queue. And get this Jota settlement built sooner than later. So if we build that first, then that will lower the time it will take to create the Predator. I might also move over this population if that helps. Yes, it does. So that will do. Let's get a second one from this settlement as well. And that's fine. You can get the wine boost to go in, which will give us more empire approval. That should also increase our dust production. I don't think it actually affects our production. Oh, never mind. Maybe it does. Plus 30% production on city. Plus 15%. Yeah, definitely took down the time it's going to take to build stuff, which is good. So we might not be in such a predicament anyway. I'm just going to have to spend that dust on bringing back my hero so that she can be used to infiltrate Am. So let's take this slowly so that I don't end a turn next to an enemy army. Or roaming army. Okay, that will do. 53 dust per turn now. Let's move on to the next turn. So my armies are in tatters, mainly due to the roaming armies. Let's move on with this assassin as quickly as possible. And we have found an unspoiled ruin there, so we shall search that on our way. Empire plan in 6 turns. Population in Ursay has grown. So we're just going to keep it all on production for now. And again, we can move on to the next turn. It seems we are going to be skipping turns quite a bit. Mainly due to the fact we have no other armies to move at the moment. But one Predator finished. Let's retrofit it with the bow. And we shall create a new army. And head towards Vakal. Emeralds has ended, so that's okay. Let's quickly search this ruin. And if we are at war with another empire, in the next 10 turns we get 160 dust. So I saw that quest quite a lot in my last playthrough, I think. So just sneaking up now on the enemy settlement. We're nearly there. Then what I'll do is recover my hero and send her into the settlement. So again, we will end the turn. That will give us the Jota settlement and the extra population in Vakal, which will lower the time it will take to build the Predator. And 3 turns in both Orm and Vakal for that Predator to be finished. So what I can do as well is pillage, I think, this glass steel extractor. So I'll probably go back and do that. But first of all, let's infiltrate the city. with our hero. So we shall restore her and infiltrate the city. And then what I'm going to do after I've infiltrated the city is steal vision once we get to infiltration level 3, so that we get vision over armies for 4 turns, because I want to know how big the necrophages actually are. The other thing that I want to do is search this ruin, so let's not go right next to the enemy settlement. We'll just go round it for now, and then we'll scoot past this ruin and pick up whatever's there, because this is pretty much the only chance we're going to get to do that. So we're inside the settlement, population has grown, and that's everything. So we'll move on once again. My Predator nearly at the settlement. We'll be able to go into Verkal next turn. And the militia in Galarath has leveled up. And we also have a glimpse of a new era. And unfortunately the legendary deed is no longer attainable to be the first to pacify 8 villages. That's mainly because my army died. I think we were pretty close. And now it looks like we're being attacked, whoa, by the necrophages. So let's retreat from that and run the hell away. Need to be careful with where I put this army. But we are definitely getting out of there. They had so many units. That is scary. So we're not searching that ruin. We are at Cold War, we're not at war. So that means they can attack me if I'm in their own territory. Which is exactly what just happened. We must be wary though, as we are going to need many military units to match theirs, if what I saw is anything to go by. So I think we'll focus on our military production for now, and that will give us a chance to kill the necrophages early on. And I think that's actually a good idea, to actually attack and destroy them, because otherwise they are just going to be a thorn in my side for the rest of the campaign. Hopefully this guy can continue to explore without being harassed by the necrophages. We search this ruin. They are telling us to colonize the region of Aviralia for 160 dust. So which one is that? Aviralia. Oh, this one right here. Okay, right next to them. Is that a good idea? Let's have a quick look at this region. There is another ruin just there. Quite a few anomalies. 50 dust we got from that one. But these anomalies aren't that good for us. The tree's okay. The geothermal pits, though, aren't very good. The spiral rock is okay for the +7 production, but the science from that isn't great. Maybe we could place one just here, right on the border, and that will provide us with militia for fights. I think we should continue to explore that region, though, for now. And we're just going to move straight on to the next turn, unless there is something I can do with all this dust I have. Not yet. We can't afford another technology. But we are going to want that central market, because at the moment we are using a booster to keep our approval as high as possible. Now in this settlement, after the canal system is complete, we are going to want to expand this settlement. So if we go just here, we get access to another river tile. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Then my Predators are nearly finished, so we can have those in the settlements. And that's everything for turn 58. We are making quite good progress through this campaign. Not quite sure where we're at. 210 points. Okay, so not too bad, although the necrophages are in the lead. Actually, no, they're just behind the light green. So, maybe not. So now we have another 2 predators. We'll just send them up to Vakal, because again, I just want to take out these Jota settlements to increase the population of my village there, or city. And we can now get Central Market. So let's research that and start building them. So we'll add them to the queue in all of the settlements. Also here, it might be a good idea too, although I'm probably going to get the canal system first. We also need to get a borough street there at some point, because after this dust dredger is finished, getting access to these river tiles is very important. So that's that settlement set up. And here I think I'm going to expand to this tile. It's going to give us an extra 8 dust. Mainly from adding 2 more sea tiles. Fantastic. So just going to have a quick look down here. There is a shrubland golden tree anomaly. That is very good for us. Probably the best anomaly in that region for our civilization or faction. If we head up here, well, there's not much else to see there. Okay. So maybe what I should do with this assassin now is search for another nation, or maybe just start pillaging this glass steel extractor. That might be quite funny, although they'll probably piss off the necrophages, and at the moment I'm in no position to fight with them. I'm liking the dust income though, especially considering we aren't having any population on dust just yet. And we just got religious fervor, +4 on exploited terrain with anomaly. That's going to boost our influence by a ton. Let's actually have a look at our empire plan. We don't have many points to work with, so I think what we need to get is the +20% unit production cost reduction on cities. Because we are going to be building as many predators as possible. And I am primarily just going to focus on predators, because like a full army of ranged units is just really annoying to deal with over like rough terrain. And we can make use of that. So after this has finished the borough street, I'm actually going to add another predator to the queue there. And we also need to get some military units in Galarath at some point in order to defend that. But either way, guys, unfortunately that has been my time, so I am going to have to leave it here. Haven't really done too much. We managed to get our hero into the settlement there, which will slowly allow her to get to infiltration level 3. And once she does, we can finish the faction quest and also watch the necrophages armies. So that will come in handy. But for now, guys, that's all. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.